Hello, Dominic here from the Bournemouth Writing Festival. I'm looking forward to welcoming you to Bournemouth Town Centre on the 26th, 27th and 28th of April 2024. Now, last year we ran genre breakfasts and they were so popular that we're going to run them again this year. Now, genre breakfasts start at 9 a.m. in local independent cafes in Bournemouth Town Centre. And they are run by writers that write in a particular genre. And if you write in that particular genre, then please go along to this meetup and you will meet and mingle and speak to other writers writing in your genre. So this year we have a poetry genre breakfast, we have historical fiction, we have crimes, we have young adults. So if you write in those genres, head over to those cafes at the beginning of the writing festival, and you will meet people writing in a genre, and you never know, you might make some friends or you collaborate. There some of them last year created WhatsApp groups and they're still talking and collaborating now. So they're 9 o'clock on Saturday and Sunday, and if you don't see your genre listed on the website, then feel free to volunteer to host one yourself, and I will even buy a cup of coffee for you for doing it. Now, we have over 80 writing events and activities happening over those 3 days, and I'm delighted to welcome Sam Holland to these YouTube interviews to talk about these talks and give a little taster of what's to come. Now, Sam's talk, How to Plot a Novel, is on Sunday, the 28th of April at 3:45 p.m. at Pavilion Dance, which is our main festival hub. Sam Holland is an award-winning author of the Major Crime series. She's always been fascinated by the dark and the macabre, and her books are riveting reading packed with suspense, so says the Daily Mail. She was the first author to win the Bronze Bat and won the Silver Bat in consecutive years at the Netherlands Thriller Festival. So I'm delighted that she is coming to Bournemouth this year. Hello, Sam.
Hello, thank you very much for having me.
Now, Sam also writes as Louisa Scar, which are more crime thrillers, actually. So, Sam, welcome, and please tell us a little bit about your writing journey and also why you decided to write under two names.
Yeah, so my writing journey, I used to work in HR, so hiring and firing, and then I decided I'd had enough of that, and I wrote a book which then became The Echo Man, which I do have here and I can show you. So I have two books under the name Sam Holland, which are out at the moment. One is The Echo Man and the other is The 20. I have a third which comes out this summer called The Puppet Master, and that will be followed by a fourth next year. So, I mean, I write as two names. It's a common publishing thing, although nobody likes to talk about it too much. But basically, I write quicker than publishing can publish me. So I have two publishers. I have HarperCollins and then the Digital First, which I write as Louisa Scar. And under that name, I've got 5 police procedurals, which are already out, and a new one coming in July, which is called Gallows Wood. And that's the start of a new series. So, yeah, it's been about 7 or 8 years, very full on. I've been a full-time author for most of that, and I guess I've written about 13 books now.
So you write crime thrillers, and you said you're from a HR background. So how did you get into crime and police procedurals from that?
Yeah, the two don't go together. I do a lot of research, basically, because I'm so fascinated I should have been a police officer. I obviously went the wrong career path, but just so fascinated in crime. And I did a degree in psychology, so that gave me a sort of a start into thinking about why people act the way they do. And I particularly like the really dark side, the really aberrant side of human behavior, which is, you know, serial killers and crime. So yeah, I get rather into it. I do a lot of research.
Well, by the looks of your backdrop with your post-it notes and board, it looks like one of those things that you see on in the police departments where they're trying to figure out who's who. So, so your title of your talk is How to Plot a Novel, and I imagine, you know, the types of books you write, plotting is so important to make sure you get all the threads and they all tie up nice at the end. So, give us a little taster about what you're going to be talking about at the writing festival.
Well, a little secret which I will share now is there is no right answer to this question. I've spoken to authors, I've got authors that are friends, and everyone I speak to does it a different way. So some people start and they just start, you know, word one, day one, and they write. And at the end of that, they have a book, and they seemingly don't plan or have any way of doing it. And then I have friends that don't write at all until they've got a full plan, full spreadsheet, full everything, which absolutely blows my mind. And as you can see by the wall, I'm sort of somewhere sort of in between. You can sort of tell where I fall. So the one aim I sort of have from the talk is authors authors have one aim. However we plot, however we plan our books, we all have one aim, and that is to write a riveting, a thrilling, a really gripping book that readers will love. So the aim of this talk is to share some of the tricks that I've picked up over the years, some of the tips, some of the methods, some really good books to read, the things shared that I've just picked up over the years, which will hopefully mean that anyone coming out of the talk will have something that they can really take away and hit the ground running when they next start their book.
At last year's writing festival, I heard the terms plotters and pantsers for the first time, and I didn't know what they were, but I do know now. Can you enlighten us as to what a pantser is?
Well, a pantser is someone who writes by the seat of their pants. That's the idea. Whether or not, I don't know. I mean, a plotter is self-explanatory, but I've heard architects and gardeners, which I really like. So architects sort of like plan and then they build, but gardeners sort of throw the seeds and just let it sort of grow. I sort of prefer those two distinctions rather than talking about pants. But yeah, there's so much terminology that you hear. Another one is sort of like midpoint reversal and the whiff of death and the sacred floor. So all of this sort of terminology I'm going to be talking about, and hopefully everything will become clear by the end.
Well, I've never heard of those things before. So there we go. I've learned something new today already to research. So hopefully it's not just going to be all about terminology, but so what are the takeaways that you're hoping that people will leave with once they've listened to you talk?
Yeah, well, as I said, I'm going to be sharing some of the things that I've picked up over the years, some of the things I've tried, so I can share what I do, which doesn't work for everybody, but it's something that I sort of worked out over the years and is a combination of what different people do. And I use sort of index cards and post-it notes. But then what I hope people will come away with is something that's clicked, a moment, whether it's just one thing or one big thing or many little things. Hopefully they'll come away going, yes, this is how I think. This is how I write, because writers are as different as everybody else. We don't think in the same way. We don't write in the same way. But hopefully there'll be something that everybody who's at the talk will go, yes, that's my thing, and I'm going to take that away. And what it will mean is that when they sit back at their desk or in bed or wherever they write, that it will make it just that little bit easier when they have a go, and it will all start to flow a little bit better. And at the end of the day, my one goal with writing is to make it fun. And if it's not fun, if you're writing a book and it's not fun, what on earth is the point? So hopefully this will make your writing a little bit more fun to do. That's my plan.
Well, it's a fascinating topic and one that's so important for every writer out there. So thank you so much for joining me today. Sam Holland, her talk, How to Plot a Novel, is on Sunday, the 28th of April at 3:45 p.m. at the Pavilion Dance. So thank you, Sam.
Thank you very much.
And I look forward to seeing everybody at the Bournemouth Writing Festival on the 26th, 27th and 28th of April 2024. Look forward to seeing you then. Take care.